What's up, ladies and gents? Sunstream01 here. I got a special video for you today. We are showcasing Metal Gear Solid 2 HD Edition running on the PC using the emulator RPCS3. So you guys are probably familiar with my previous one that I did for God of War Ascension. You can check that out as well. But this time we're going to be playing one of my favorite stealth games of all time, Metal Gear Solid 2. This is running in max settings in 1440p. I'm going to showcase some VR gameplay here as well as some of the beginning missions of the tanker level. So if you want to know how to do this, it's not too difficult to do. You can just search it in Google RPCS3. Make sure you actually have the PlayStation 3 disc in order to be able to do this, of course, but you can run these at way, way higher settings than the original PlayStation could ever manage to do. So, and I just got to say, it almost feels like playing the game all over again. I definitely recommend it if you have a computer to do it. I'm running a 2080 Ti, 9900K, and 64 gigs of RAM. You don't need those types of specs to get this to run at this type of resolution. It's just, obviously, it's going to run a little bit better. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're going to show off a few of the cutscenes as well as some gameplay for the tanker chapter. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and of course, here we go.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of metal gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses had been out in the cold too long.
He's right on schedule. He'll know soon enough.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh? They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please. I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. A chopper. What? Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. What's their game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon, how many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
AKS-74U.
All right, ladies and gents, here we go with the official gameplay now. As you can see, it is still running super smooth. Again, 60 frames a second. I don't see any dips whatsoever in the gameplay during my entire play session that I played with this. But wow, all I can say is that it looks... I mean, it almost feels like you're playing a different game. Now, granted, even back in 2001 when this game was released in November-ish, it still looked amazing and still played amazing. It's just even cooler to see it still run like this on new hardware at even a 4 times, maybe even 6 times the resolution of what was originally done. Now, granted, obviously, I want to take out a few enemies here because I just want to show you guys, some of the different styles of gameplay that you can do, obviously. But if I, when I do my re-walkthrough of this, obviously it's going to be like nice and stealthy. And we're going to be stealthy in this too, of course. But we're going to bypass most enemies. There's always a nice little Easter egg here that I remember, is if you go to this locker and you look at her, and then immediately go into a codec conversation, this happens right here. Enjoy.
What do you think you're doing, Snake? You don't have enough to keep you busy? Try to remember the mission if you can.
You actually unlock a trophy or achievement by doing that, which is called Snake Beater, which makes it, even more hilarious. But everything that you're used to having in your Metal Gear Solid 2 is here. Again, this is the HD edition. So one of the cool things about the HD edition is allowing to have full screen cutscenes, where in the original it just kind of had half a screen, but in this version it actually has full screen, which is why if I do a walkthrough for this again, it's probably going to be this version here. Now, one thing I can definitely tell you is getting used to the controls all over again can be a little bit of a hindrance, as this is an older game and therefore it's really not modernized in its control scheme. So you have to go up against a wall and press it and hold in order to get against the cover, and it can be a little confusing to do. And granted, I haven't played this game like since 2012, so I don't remember exactly 100% all of the controls, but you can, you know, peek around corners. You can do all the stuff that you could do before. If you hold down the button, it'll actually allow you to be able to aim and then press what is it? R1, and that'll allow you to look down kind of first person so you can get a headshot. Again, this is the PS3 version, so I'm saying this in the PS3 version since it's either RB or R1, depending on which console you're on. It's so weird. So I'm playing this game. I'm playing a PS3 game on PC with an Xbox controller. So it's the most confusing thing in the world, because you'll see button prompts that'll say, you know, PS3 controls, but I'm usually using the best controller ever made, in my opinion, which is the Xbox Series 2, or the Elite 2, I think is the best controller that any game company has ever made. And I swear by this controller, so if you haven't picked it up already, Microsoft did an amazing job with this controller. The weight, the different functionalities, and the different tools you have for the thumbsticks, it's just so good. But this is being played on hard mode, of course. I haven't beat this game on this version of it, so therefore I don't have the European, you know, or the harder difficulty unlocked, unfortunately. So maybe, you know, throughout the next year, I'll sit here, play it by myself, kind of beat the game on this version, and then that way I can go back and actually play the harder difficulty, because you do have to beat the game first before you can unlock the harder difficulty modes. But, I mean, I'm just letting the gameplay speak for itself, and it's running super fine, super good. Controls feel very, very intuitive. Or they don't feel intuitive, but they feel like my movements feel like everything that I'm doing feels like it's happening on screen in real time, which, you know, PS3 is notorious for having a little bit of delay, so you don't really get any delay when it comes to this right here, which is, you know, significantly better. So if you have the opportunity and you have the games on PS3 and you want to be able to play these, take the chance and play them, try them out, see how they work for you.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is?
Well, all right, ladies and gents, there you have it. That is going to be it for this video. I really do hope you guys enjoyed a little quick look at Metal Gear Solid 2 HD running on the PC using RPCS3. I can never, for some reason, remember what the heck that name is. Again, RPCS3. I got to get that in my mind. So definitely download it if you haven't already, and make sure you have the game in order to be able to actually do this. It's just so amazing, you know, just having the chance to play a game like this, you know, one of my favorite games of all time, in just the highest of quality. I know a lot of people say, well, quality doesn't always matter, it's the gameplay, and I agree, but the gameplay we already know is here. And knowing that you can go back and play some of these older games on higher settings just gives that game like a new, fresh coat of paint. It makes it feel brand new. It makes it feel, you know, it feels like you're playing the game for the first time all over again. And there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. So again, if you would like more videos, like maybe Metal Gear Solid 3 or some other, you know, games running on PC for PS3, if you would like to see some more, let me know in the comments below. Name some of them down there. I'll see if we can get them running and see how well they do, to give you guys kind of a little lookout and whatnot. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, thank you so much for all the love and support. You know, Metal Gear Solid is one of my favorite series of all time. We've played the games to death. We've done walkthroughs of pretty much every single Metal Gear game. So I know sometimes we go back and we got to do them over again and try to make more challenges. And a lot of people are like, why do you do that? But I just love this series so much. It means a lot to me. And it means a lot to all of you out there too. So I want to show it off and give it all the love that it can, because we might not ever get another one. You never know. Anyways, love you guys. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time. Peace out. Bitches.